What's going on, guys? I have a super exciting video today because today I'll be discussing the Spirit Halloween Experiment 1031 Part 2. Now, rather than as I did in Part 1 when I made a video of each animatronic individually, since there are so many, 11 I believe in total, I'll just do it all in one video. Yeah, I did not expect us to get them literally the day after Part 1, but I'm super excited nonetheless, so let's get right into it. Alright, up first here we have Nozzles the Clown. Something I will just briefly get out of the way. I'll try my best not to discuss the prices in this video unless I think it is a really great upside. Just because I know with like the current situation going on in the world, prices are going to be issues. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Nozzles the Clown, I think he's pretty cool. Not really something I'm very interested in. Definitely a unique spin on a clown, though. We've never seen anything like this. I think he's really cool in those regards. I'm happy with him. I think he was executed great. I don't think like he was executed poorly or anything. Just nothing I'm really interested in clowns. Maybe if I'll change my mind if I see him in person. I don't hate him. I don't think he's a bad prop. Just nothing I'm really interested in. But yeah, I think he is really cool. I will say again, I love the color scheme of him. Actually, I haven't said this before, but whatever. I love the color scheme of him. It's something we haven't seen, that purple and yellow. It really works well with him, and I'm a huge fan of that. But yeah, he's just your run-of-the-mill SVI. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on that, SVI animatronic. But yeah, his phrases are a bit cheesy, which is what you expect nowadays. But I can get past that. It's not the end of the world for me anymore. But yeah, I think he's really cool, definitely unique, and I can't wait to see him in person. But with that out of the way, let's move on to the next. All right, up next we have the Straw Man. This dude is phenomenal, really great, well done on Spirit's part. I am a huge fan of this dude. Definitely one I am considering purchasing. I won't say for sure certain any animatronics that I am purchasing, just because I don't want to dedicate myself towards any yet, just because there's so many good ones and I still haven't fully decided. But he's definitely one I am considering, just because he is really cool. I love the servo mechanism in his neck. It looks really cool and adds a great sense of realism to him. I love the up and down motion he has going on with him. I think that's a nice added touch, and it helps him stand out from Grimm rather than being a reskin, which I don't think he's a reskin at all. But I'm saying they could have easily have gone that route, which they didn't, so which I am glad. The mouth looks outstanding. I love the stitching on the mouth, and the mouth movement makes it look really cool. The light up eyes are an added touch. I love the hat. His clothing is nice. I love the burlap under his neck. Just a really phenomenal animatronic. And I like the phrases. I think they're clever. Well, at least the one I hear in the video. But yeah, I think it's clever. I don't think it's completely cheesy or terrible. Really well done animatronic. And I can't wait to see him in stores. Although I don't know for certain if he's going to stores. He might not be, but anyways, I'm just excited to see him in videos and elsewhere. But yeah, definitely a great animatronic. One I've seen a lot of people bragging about and just really liking, and I'm glad to see that. Well done, Spirit. On to the next. Oh boy, here we have young Crouchy. I have seen this guy get absolutely bullied online. And I do feel kind of bad. I can see where they're coming from because he is so unnecessary. And he does not live up to the legacy of Crouchy. But I'll give him credit for what he is. He is young Crouchy, a smaller version of Crouchy. I think he is cool. I don't think he should have taken up a core spot of an animatronic in a setup. In the ISC, he should have just been like an inbox only, because then no one would have hated on him if he was an inbox only. It would have just been something cool, a little novelty thing. Some people would have gone, like the other stuff they're selling of Crouchy this year. I don't know why they had to put him into display. I think it is a waste of space, but I won't hate on him. I don't think he is terrible. He's not unique. I will say that, but he's not like terrible, because he's just a little version of Crouchy. So Crouchy wasn't terrible, so I don't think this guy's terrible either. So I hope I don't get hate for my opinion there, but I don't think he deserves all the hate that he is getting, although I see where they are coming from. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this little guy. I can't really say I'm excited to see him in stores just because I've already seen Crouchy. But yeah, on to the next. All right, I'm just going to get this out of the way. I'm definitely biased on this one because I am a huge fan of Little Skelly Bones. So, of course, I'm all for a Little Skelly Bones remake. However, I don't think he's better than the original. Although, what I will say, it is super cool that they took an old character and made it into something new. That's definitely something we haven't seen before, and I think that's really cool rather than just remaking him. Would I have rathered the remake? No, because I already have him. I know a bunch of people would have rathered just the remake rather than the well, I don't know, rather than like the remixed version, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I think he's really cool. Definitely an effective jump scare. He's kind of like a miniature version of Demonic Dahlia in a way, I think, which I think is super cool. One considerable purchase for me. Definitely one I'd consider just because I love Little Skelly Bones a lot. I'm happy they brought back the old voice actor. Although the phrases on the original were outstanding, these ones are just okay. I love the phrases on the original Little Skelly Bones. They're some of my favorite phrases in an animatronic ever. Again, I'm just a huge fan of Little Skelly Bones. He was one I got in a long time ago when I was little, and I just really love him. But yeah, that's all I have to say about him. I think this Little Skelly Bones is cool, and I'm excited to see him in stores. All right, here we have the Widow, which is yet again another really great animatronic. Definitely a considerable purchase for me. I really, really like her. I think she's super cool and unique. I love the jump scare animation of her breaking her neck, and I love the added blood on the side. I think it is really cool and a nice added touch to her as well. And I love her positioning. It's something we haven't really seen before. She's kind of like to the side and crouching. I think it's really cool. And I love her necklace. It's a really nice added touch as well. But yeah. One thing I will say is she's not going to be in the ISE, which I think is a huge wasted opportunity. Well, not wasted, missed opportunity. Again, like, replace young Crouchy with her. Like, it's just like, bruh. Sometimes Spirit confuses me. But she's a great animatronic, and I'm super excited to see videos of her, and I can't wait to I just can't wait, because I think she's really cool. Yeah, that's all I have to say about her. I mean, I don't have any complaints with her. She's a really, really well done animatronic. Spirit's really knocking it out of the park this year with the animatronics, and I'm super excited. But without further ado, let's move on to the next. All right, up next we have the Deadly Creeper Spider, which I really don't have much to say about it. It just moves its little fangs. I mean, it's I don't even know. I won't really consider this a huge, massive animatronic. It's just something simple, and I'll give it credit for that. I hope it's not outrageously priced. I think that'd be ridiculous. Anything over $75, unless this thing is big, is terrible. But again, I won't really talk about prices and anything. But yeah, I like the light up eyes. Just a simple little guy, and I think he's cool. I don't hate it, and it's nothing outstanding. But it's not bad. Not gonna hate on it. Definitely good for what it is. All right, this was one that I was really looking forward to. It is the Possessed Pumpkin, and he's just a Crouchy reskin, but I think is really cool in that regards, and he stands out. I love the head sculpt. The head sculpt looks outstanding. It's phenomenal. I love the detailing on it. I love the eyes, the teeth, the rotting on the pumpkin. I love his hands. And I love his posture. I wish the clothing was a bit more detailed, but I'm not too worried. I'm not too bad complaining about that. And I love the straw on him too. I think it's a nice added touch. The one thing though, when I saw the video and I was just like, the phrases. I hope it's just this one that's kind of really cheesy, and the other ones, if he has other ones, are better. I thought he was just going to laugh or growl or something, but he talks. And again, I'm not hating on him for talking. It's just the phrases are kind of bad. It's not that good. It's a shame, really, because I was really looking forward to him. I still am looking forward to see him in stores because I think he will look outstanding because he just looks massive. But yeah, the phrasing is a bit disappointed, but other than that, I'm a huge fan of him. Really, really great animatronic. Yeah, that's all I have to say about him. On to the next. Unfortunately, up next, we have probably my least favorite animatronic, and I've seen a lot of other people having the same opinions. And it is none other than the notorious Betty Sharpe. I was so excited to see her too, but just very disappointed, honestly. Maybe my opinion will change in stores, but I doubt it. For one, very lackluster animation. All she does is have a bag that moves. She herself doesn't even move. Her mouth doesn't even move. Her head doesn't even turn. She doesn't even move her arm holding the knife. And again, like, it was just so. Because I love the detailing on her. I love the blood on the knife and on her face. I think it is really cool, the blood splattering on her. Although her face itself, it looks terrifying, but not in the good way, like the way it's not supposed to. She's supposed to look like a person. Instead, she looks like a doll, which she isn't. But yeah. I mean, I'll give her credit. I like her clothing. I think her clothing is nice. And I just, she doesn't really do it for me. Kind of a shame, honestly. Again, without the mouth movement too, it just adds to like just the fakeness of her. Like she just seems so fake while she's supposed to be a human and not fake. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. She's not really doing it for me. The shame, honestly. But yeah, that's all I really have to say for her. On to the next one. All right, next we have Mr. Punchy. He is really cool. I'm a huge fan of him. Again, I'm a sucker for clowns, but I really like Mr. Punchy. I love his design. It's something we haven't seen before in a clown. He looks unique. He doesn't just look like one of those zombie clowns we always seem to be getting now. I really am a fan of his design. I love the lighting wiring around his head. I think it is really cool. I love his eyes. I love the little ball that his body is. I think that's super cool. I wish maybe his animation was a bit more, but I'm not too worried about that. I love his hair too. The hair reminds me of cotton candy, which is great for a clown. And I'm just a huge fan of him. I love his face. I think his grin is really menacing and cool. I love his hands. Just I think the detailing on them is really nice, and the nails and the polka dots on his shirt, really great. His phrase doesn't really make sense though, which is again kind of unfortunate because it sounds like he wants to do a jump scare, but as you can see, he is not a jump scare animatronic. He just kind of turns around, rotates in 360. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about him. Definitely one I'm excited to see in person because I want to see how he looks with like the inflation of the ball and everything because I think that's inflated. Correct me if I am wrong. But yeah, definitely one I'm super excited to see in person. And yeah, that's all I have to say about Punchy. Let's get on to the last and final animatronic. All right, last but not least, certainly not least, we have the Regan animatronic. She is really, really cool. Definitely a step up from the Morbid Enterprises animatronic. Rest in peace, Morbid Enterprises. The detailing on her face is phenomenal. Like, it just looks really, really cool. I'm a huge fan of it. And I love her posture. It looks really, really cool. I love how she looks like she's like trying to grab you. And I love the like just the positions of her fingers and everything. It looks really, really, really cool. And the projection on the back of her is something we have never seen before in an animatronic. I think it is done really well in her instance. Something that would definitely be cool to see in the future and see how this really opens the door to new possibilities with animatronics and just innovation. But yeah, really phenomenal animatronic. I've seen a lot of people excited about her. I am excited about her. And I can't wait to see her in person, especially that projection effect. I'm excited to see that. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of her. But that wraps it up for my opinions on all the animatronics. I definitely think Spirit had a great year. Tell me what you think about the animatronics in the comments below. I think Spirit really knocked it out of the park this year. Is it the best year for Spirit? Probably not. I think most people can agree, but it is definitely not the worst year. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I still think it's a shame with the leaks that went on this year because it kind of like ruined the hype that we always get. It was unfortunate, but yeah, I do think that the lackluster hype, I think it would kind of turned around. I see a lot of people excited for this year because of course we see what they do now. We don't just see prototype photos or anything. I'm super excited. I'm really excited for this year, and I cannot wait. Tell me what you think about this year. Are you excited, and what do you think about the animatronics? But yeah, until next time, see ya, and I hope you enjoyed the video.